Hi guys, welcome to Jen's Crafts and Cakes. I'm Jen, and as I promised, I'm going to do one of the recipes, the pumpkin bread. I'm going to put it in the shaped donut pans. So you ready? Let's go. So what I will need, or you will need, is a box of super moist spice cake mix, 2 eggs, and a 15-ounce can of 100% pure pumpkin. I have my baking spray to spray the molds. And I also have, my boyfriend has to have his raisins. So, first thing we're doing is setting our stove to 350, which I have already done. So it's preheated. Okay, for this recipe, when I looked it up, it's called a 2-ingredient pumpkin bread. But I read the reviews and it says to add 2 eggs to make it even better. So I'm going to go ahead and add the 2 eggs. You can decide if you want to add the 2 eggs or if you just want to do the cake mix with the can of pumpkin. So this is your spice cake mix. Oops. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the pumpkin. And I think after I make these, I'm going to do the Strudel Glaze. That'll go over the pumpkin shaped donuts. Oops, sorry, probably don't like that noise. Banging. Okay, so we have the can of pumpkin and the spice cake mix. Going to go ahead and add the 2 eggs. 1 and 2. So I'm going to do half without raisins. I can't eat raisins, but my boyfriend likes the raisins. So now we're going to go ahead and mix it. Okay, so now I have it mixed. Silicone muffin pans or any kind of pans. So I'm going to spray it. If I'm not supposed to, if you guys would leave it in the comments for me, I would really appreciate it. So I'm not really sure how many donut shapes that this mix will make. So I'm going to do 1 spray and put some mix in it. Then I'll do another one with the raisins. Okay, let's see. So we'll see how this works. I just don't want to use the other ones. It's got propane and butane in it to help it spray. This does not have it in it. Okay. It's dripping. So to make it a little easier for the pumpkin mix to go into the donut pans, I'm going to use a Wilton cake bag. Put some in there and just be able to squeeze it in. Hopefully it works and a little less messy. So here's my bag. And if you don't have these, they're only a couple dollars at Walmart. They're really good for decorating cakes. maybe filling molds that are kind of odd shape. Okay. Oops. Okay, the instructions to go with these donut shaped pans, it says to fill them about 3/4 full. I guess they have different sizes, smaller, larger. It is a little messier to get it in the bag. With the bag, it kind of makes it look like, you know, that little turd picture you see, but I'm pretty sure it will taste pretty good. So I have plenty of mix. So now I'm going to go ahead and put probably about a cup of raisins in it, so my boyfriend can have them with raisins. So here I have my cup of raisins. Go ahead and put them in, and I'll just mix it all up. Scrape down the sides. It's very fluffy, so I'm hoping it really comes out good. It's the first time I've even tried to make a pumpkin bread. Even to use the silicone donut shaped pans, I haven't really used silicone, so it's a bunch of new things for me. Plus, the baking spray is new. Okay. So I went and got a new bag, a clean bag, because I have all kinds of these hanging around for when I decorate cakes. So, put it down like that. Okay, same thing. So the ones in the green mold are the ones with raisins, and the blue one is without raisins. You can add chocolate chips, nuts, something with it if you'd like. I just can't eat anything, so mine are plain, and his is with raisins. And now we are going to put it in the oven. For bread, it says 50 to 60 minutes, but these are muffin size, so I'm going to try and start checking at 10 minutes. So I'm setting my timer for 10 minutes. And we'll come back in 10 minutes and check and see how they're doing. So the alarm's going off, so I'll shut this off. And I'm going to check. It's still kind of gummy, so I'm going to add probably 3 more minutes and then check it. So at 13 minutes, I put a knife in. So just a little bit more, so I'll put it in for another 2 minutes. So for like a total of 15 minutes. So let's see with the knife. And it's clean. This one I just spooned it in, and it seems to actually be a little better than using the bag. So I went ahead and flipped the molds. On my right side is the ones with the raisins. My left side is without the raisins. And we will get ready to make the Strudel Glaze. Strudel Glaze, you will need 2 cups of powdered sugar, 1, and 2. Okay. We will need 2 tablespoons of soft butter, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in the microwave just for a split second. Okay, so the recipe says as long as you put your finger to the butter and it has an imprint, you don't want it melted. Here's my 2 tablespoons. I'm going to go ahead and put that in. You also need a teaspoon of vanilla. I have my homemade vanilla. So, it's very easy to make. I actually have a video from last year on. It's just some vodka and some vanilla beans. And here's my teaspoon of vanilla. Then we're going to mix this. It says you're supposed to mix it to where it all blends in. And then we're going to add milk. You'll see on the picture that it's evaporated milk in a can. I don't use milk here to drink, so I get the canned milk. It's $1.22. If you take a can of milk, empty it into a container, fill the can up with water, you're putting the water back in, making it milk. So we do use it for like cream of wheat cereal, but we don't drink it, so I'm not going to waste. So here's mine. It was a 12-ounce can, so there's 24 ounces of milk. It says you want 3 tablespoons to 4 tablespoons, depending if you want a thick, like frosting glaze, or if you want a thin one to where you can drizzle it. I would like to do the drizzling. So it says 3 tablespoons of milk to start with. I'm sure I'm going to need more. My camera shut down. So this is what it looks like at 3 tablespoons. It's thick. I want to be able to drizzle it over the donut shapes. So I'm going to add more milk. You know what? Old style was add until you felt comfortable. My great-grandmother would have done it that way. She wouldn't have measured. She wouldn't have measured anything. So just a little bit more, and it's still thick for me. So I'm just gonna add more. And if you find out that it's too much, too thin, you can go ahead and add more powdered sugar. But I'm going to try it just like this. I'm going to say it was more than 4 tablespoons. Just the way I've always been taught to do it is to add until you felt it was right for you. I have my glass measuring cup. I'm just going to pour it in there. And we'll drizzle it over the donut shape. Pumpkin. Oops. Okay, so here we go. On my right are the ones with raisin. On my left are just pumpkin. And you can put on as much as you want to. It depends on how much you like the frosting, how much you like the glaze. I don't don't care for a lot of it. But the one that likes raisins does. Oh, we won't mention no names. So here's the raisin side. Yeah, let's put a little bit more in. Too much for me. And there you guys have it. Donut-shaped pumpkin muffins with strudel glaze. Have a good day, guys. So my boyfriend went ahead and tried one of the raisin pumpkin donut muffins, and he said they're mint. So give it a try, guys, and let me know.